Are Bay and Emmett done?
That's a great question. I wish I had an answer for you. We're shooting episode 2 right now. So right now they're not together and she's just crying a lot. Like there's been so many crying scenes. I'm over it, guys. I'm ready for Bay to be happy.
What do you think would make Bay happy at this point?
Her and Emmett getting back together would make her really happy. I feel like that's not going to happen this early on, and she did tell him that, like, okay, if you do this now, it's forever, and then he did it, so she kind of had to go back on her word a little bit, but Bay's comfortable being a hypocrite. I feel like that's something that, like, she's totally fine with. Yeah, I think at this point, the sucky thing about heartbreak is that there's no quick fix. Like, you just gotta cry your way through it.
Well, what else are you excited about for the new season?
We have a big episode coming up that's like our first international episode ever. It doesn't take place in Kansas City, and it's going to be Bay and Daphne against the world. No Kenishes, no Vasquez's, so that'll be a fun episode. And I never get scenes with Katie, ever. Like, that doesn't happen at all. And, like, we want to carpool, and, like, we can't, so, like, I'm excited to carpool to work with Katie.
Are there things beyond romance that you'd like to see for Bay this season?
I would like to see so many things beyond romance, because Bay, like, I feel like is always stuck on a boy and always making decisions for herself based off of a boy or based off of other people. Like, I really want to see Bay make decisions for her right now. Like, she didn't do that at all last season. Like, she took the fall for Daphne. She wanted to move to LA for Emmett. Like, she needs to make decisions for Bay's benefit right now.
And Bay has been through a lot of drama in the last year, obviously. Can you talk about dealing with such heady subjects?
Well, the campus assault storyline was really heavy. Really, really heavy. But that episode was great just because it stirred up conversation, and it did it in a way that I feel like we're in a day and age where people get very passionate, especially on the internet, because you are behind a screen and you can't see someone else's reaction, so you can kind of say whatever you want and it can be as mean or as terrible as you want it to be. And with this episode we had such a positive response, and I feel like it really stirred up conversation where everyone was like, I respect your opinion, I see your point on that. Like, it was a very, very polite but passionate conversation, which is nice.
And how's being a part of Switched at Birth changed your life?
Well, it's changed my life in a way that, like, I have a job and consistency, which is amazing. But also, like, I've met so many lovely people, and I know sign language now. Like, I know so much about the deaf community, and that's not something I had in my life at all before Switched at Birth. So thanks, Switched at Birth. I am bilingual, like, kind of trilingual, but my Italian got terrible because I started learning sign language. So bilingual, we'll go with that.
And what do you have to say for why people should tune into season 5, right?
Season 4B.
4B, okay.
Season 4B.
Yeah.
You should tune in to season 4B, because that means, you know, there will be a 5 eventually if people watch season 4B. But no, it's going to be a really interesting season, and we start off with a very, very huge storyline involving someone maybe being pregnant. So we'll see what happens.